Good evening and welcome to historic Shaw Gymnasium in Beverly Hills, Michigan for this presentation of Country Day Girls Basketball. We've got a nice matchup here for you tonight as the Yellow Jackets host the Mustangs from Mumford High School in Detroit. I'm Luka Nowinski alongside Steve Lepkowski. We're so glad to have you along for this penultimate game of the Yellow Jackets regular season before they enter the playoffs next week. What are we looking to see here from the Yellow Jackets as they kind of make these final tweaks and get ready for that playoff action?
Yeah, Luka, it's an exciting time of the year. Like you said, we've got tonight, and then Thursday will be the girls' senior night. So 2 games left in regular season, fine-tuning for the playoffs. And it's for winter sports across the state, playoff time. And, tomorrow the men's basketball team will have their first playoff game in the district semifinals versus Pontiac. And then our hockey team is playing in the regional final versus Riverview Gabriel Richard. So you can just feel it around campus. You kind of get that time. The weather's breaking. Kind of feel hints of spring. And, this is, although the, basketball and the winter season is so long, starting in November, you're going through all the holiday season, the long winter nights, and now you kind of come out the other end. So I would think tonight, one of the final 2 tune-ups. I'm sure Coach Dean is just, we've been playing at a pretty good clip lately and just kind of fine-tuning. And, we've in recent last week and the week before, we played a couple games with against an opponent with inside presence. It doesn't look like that'll be something today that facing Mumford based on warm-ups. But, you're just looking for, is there a new defensive press we can execute, or is there fine-tuning our offensive sets? And, again, when you're getting to the end of the season, you obviously want to stay healthy. But at the same time, you don't want to take the gas pedal lift off that. You want to really hit the ground running. And I think we will. As we look at Mumford, they come in at 9-5. Country Day's 15-5. We've got 2 common opponents. West Bloomfield, Country Day won 66-59. Mumford lost 47-32. And then both of the teams played Ferndale, with Country Day winning 76-41 and Mumford winning a close one, 51-49. So I think, we've been here before, like last week when we played Marion. On paper, this looks like, we should be okay tonight, but again, where I think as we've watched all season, Coach Dean and the girls and the coaching staff, they got their eyes on the prize for a late March run. And so this is just another opportunity to, fine-tune that edge going into playoffs.
Yeah, and this is a team led by head coach Amber Dean, who's been talking about playing in March all season long, even, from when we interviewed her early on in the season or even before the season started. It's all about March, and we're getting so close to that point in the year, and it's going to be exciting to see what this team can do. They've had a great season so far, and really coming into this final stretch, it feels like they've gotten in this rhythm, and they know who they are as a team and what they're capable of, and it's just up to us to find out what's going to happen with this team.
Absolutely. As we've said, Coach Dean is an alum, played under the great Coach Orlando, won a state championship, and in our program, which is unique, again, you're talking about one of the best women's programs in the country. It's been since 2018. We've won a state championship, and it's 2025, Coach Dean's 3rd year as being the head coach. So there's definitely, a want to work ethic amongst this team that they want to end up in the state championship game and walk off the last game as a champion. And, we've got these 2 last games, and then it's going to be the fun part of the season, especially when you play at Country Day in the women's program. Everything is geared toward the playoffs.
We're just moments away from tip-off here, waiting on our national anthem and player introductions. Sure to be a great matchup between these 2 teams in the final week of the regular season. And let's send it down to our public address announcer, Celeste Mahabir.
Welcome to the campus of Detroit Country Day School for tonight's game between our visitors, Mustangs of Mumford, and your Detroit Country Day Yellow Jackets. Before we continue, the privilege of this game is made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedom to be enjoyed. Let us honor and respect their efforts and sacrifice on our behalf. Please remove your hats. Veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute as everyone able. Please stand at attention. Put your right hand to your heart and join the Detroit Country Day School Bell Budget Choir in singing our national anthem.
Just moments away from tip-off here in Shaw Gymnasium. Let's meet our starting lineup, starting with Mumford. It's number 0, Ina Ray Mixon. Number 1, Alasia Thomas. Number 5, Liana King. Number 10, Cherish Jefferson. And number 12, Ariana Slater. And for your Yellow Jackets, it's the usual group of 5. Number 0, Nia Crispin. Number 2, Cece Arico. Number 3, Jayla Jackson. Number 12, Sanaya Blackwell, and number 24, Ariana Wiggins.
You know, Luca, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it was nice to see, you know, obviously CC, great player, but she comes from a family of coaches with her father, Larry, being longtime assistant in our program, and her mother, Kim Arico, who's the head coach at U of M. Women's team was able to be here, and as someone who's coached and has children, I know how special that is and how difficult that is, and I'm sure it's a special night for Coach Arico to be here to watch her younger daughter play tonight. So you know, it's you know, I'm sure we might have a little more of a pep in the step from CC, so to speak, because again, for anyone who's been a coach and has children, you know, part of the sacrifice of coaching is not being able to see your children at special moments like this. So, you know, I just, coming from my perspective, I just like to mention that.
And we see Cece Arico at center court alongside Liana King for the Mustangs from Mumford High School, getting ready for our tip-off. And getting ready for this night of action here in the final week of the regular season. And we are ready to go. And we are underway. Mumford controls the tip. They'll start with that on offense, putting up a 3. That one's too strong. That was from Alasia Thomas. Now Nia Crispin with it for the Yellow Jackets.
Mumford coming out to man-to-man, and it'll be interesting. You know, we're pretty tough to contain off the dribble.
Jayla Jackson finds Arico inside. Back out to Jackson for 3. A little too strong. Blackwell fighting for the rebound on the offensive glass. This one goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, just another game. You know, for those of you who've been watching Yellow Jackets all year, Sanaya Blackwell just plays with so much energy, and right out of the gate there, almost getting offensive rebound and retaining possession for the Yellow Jackets.
Crispin inbound for Country Day. Lobs it up to Arico inside, puts up a shot, it's blocked. That was number 5, Liana King. Now going quickly is Jefferson. Pass on the left side is poked away by Jayla Jackson. Mumford will keep it as it goes out of bounds. Inbound passes taken away by Nia Crispin. Crispin with it for the Yellow Jackets. Outside Wiggins. Back to Crispin in the corner for 3. No good there. Mumford corrals the rebound. That was Slater with it. And now Jefferson taking it up. Thomas working against Jackson. Puts a shot up. Doesn't fall. Arico with the rebound. Slow start on offense in the first minute or so of this one. Now Blackwell with it. Outside Wiggins. To the left. Now Arico in the corner for 3. Got it. CC Arico gets the scoring started.
Yeah, smooth stroke by CC. And, I think, you said a little bit slow start, but, when we are going up and down with our full court pressure, we're at our best, and we got to score to be able to do that. So now, quick timeout. And I'm sure Coach Dean will come out here with some full court pressure, reminding the girls, I think, against the man-to-man defense on Mumford, we can attack the basket and, maybe work inside out as opposed to outside in.
So Mumford calls an early timeout in this one, looking to reset and work against this Yellow Jacket defense very early in this game. But, they haven't scored yet, so trying to get a meaningful offensive possession here and get something going, get their offense started. This isn't a team, you don't want to be down on the scoreboard to the Yellow Jackets by very much.
No, they'll bury you if you give them a lead. And come out in our zone pressure here, 2-1-2 full court press.
Mumford gets through it. It's Mixon going down low. And a double dribble. It'll go the other way for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and so that's an example. We didn't get the steal out of the jump there on a full court pressure, but you're increasing the pace of play, and we force an unforced error by Mumford with double dribble there.
Crispin will take it across half court. Now Jackson with it on the logo, over to Wiggins left side. Bounce pass, tried to get it to Arico. Mumford taking it away. This is Slater going all the way with it. Her layup doesn't fall. This one goes out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets will take over again.
Yeah, you can see early on it's twice we're trying to get the ball in the post to CC. And it's a great strategy against Mumford. We size up very nicely, but as we spread the court out offensively, it'll be interesting to see. All of our players can dribble at a very high rate. So let's see if we can make it a little dribble drive here going.
Wiggins with it on the left side. Hands it over to Arico. Arico wanted to drive, has to back out. Crispin for 3. No good. Jefferson with it now for Mumford. Jefferson back outside to Thomas. Thomas drives, puts one up, and puts it through. Mumford now on the board.
Yeah, that's 2 times, 2 strong takes by Thomas. I mean, she really, kind of reminds me of when Jayla goes to the basket. That was a very strong move there.
Wiggins with it for Country Day. Hands it to Crispin. Now to Blackwell. Looking for an open teammate. Hands it over to Jayla Jackson. And there's a foul on the floor.
Early on, Mumford's really doing a great job with their help side defense. And, that's probably what our girls are seeing by not driving. There's always that help side behind their defender. So far, so good for Mumford on half-court D.
Here's Arico going inside, puts one up and puts it through. CC Arico has all 5 Yellow Jacket points so far. That was a blocking foul on Alasia Thomas that led to that inbounds pass. Jefferson kicks it back out. It's Thomas with it. Puts up a shot, doesn't fall. Blackwell with the rebound. Arico trying to move quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Drives and fouled.
Yeah, right out of the tip, CC's really attacking this game, and that's great to see. She's been able to hit a shot underneath with an up and under. And now, she's got a great knack of creating fouls on the defense because she can handle so well.
That's the second foul against Alasia Thomas for Mumford as she heads over to the bench. Wiggins with it after the inbounds pass for the Yellow Jackets. Now Arico on the right side. Arico puts up a long three and got it. CC Arico is on fire to start this one, 8 points.
Yeah, it was a logo three, man. She's got her shot on tonight, man. It was pure net there.
Jefferson looking for an answer from Mumford. And a quick foul. Ariana Wiggins will pick up her first.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the start CC's having again. She's of the age, and with her mother being head coach at the collegiate level, probably not too many times she has both her mom and dad here. And so it's just great to see. You just love to see stories like that. And I know she just wants to have a great game tonight and come out with a victory.
Jefferson inbounds, goes inside. That was Sanaya Williams getting on the board for Mumford, fresh off the bench. Now Jayla Jackson with it for the Yellow Jackets. About halfway through this first quarter, they hold an 8-4 lead. Arico with it. Gives it up to Wiggins left side. Bounce pass back to Arico. Puts up a fadeaway shot. Doesn't fall. Blackwell wanted the rebound, but Williams came down with it. Now Slater moving quickly for Mumford. Gets it over to the right side. It's Mixon. Back out Jefferson now. They'll slow it down. Slater with it. Backs out. And they'll reset once again. Yellow Jackets have done a nice job putting some defensive pressure on, not allowing lanes down the inside. Nice ball movement on the perimeter by Mumford. Now looking for a shot. It's King. Puts one up. Doesn't fall. Arico with it now for the Yellow Jackets. Long pass to Ariana Wiggins down low. What a pass by CC Arico.
Yeah, great vision there, diagonal to Ariana. I mean, that is just, I can't tell you how advanced of a play that is. And then the finish by Ariana. And look at the forward pressure on Jayla.
What a job by Jayla Jackson to tie him up. It's a jump ball, and the Yellow Jackets will take a possession away from Mumford.
Yeah, and that's, that is the threat that our team poses any opponent this year. We truly have 5 players that can play on the outside, apply full court pressure, handle, pass, shoot, and then, we're kind of the sum of parts greater than the whole right now. And that was a great example of everyone's going down the court, but Jayla hangs back and gets possession for us.
Crispin looking to inbound, finds CC Arico on the left side. Now over to Jackson. Jackson back to Arico, wide open three. She got it, of course. 11 points for Arico.
She's feeling it. That's she is. Keep feeding CC the ball because she is seeing it right now.
Jefferson with it for Mumford, down by 9 early in this first quarter. And Arico took the pass away. Arico will go all the way down. It goes off the foot of Jefferson for Mumford, so the Yellow Jackets will keep it on the offensive end. Arico inbounding. Lobs it up to Jackson right side. Cross-court pass, Crispin for 3. Too strong. Wiggins fighting for the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. It tips off of King. And Yellow Jackets will keep it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's our second out of bounds, underneath out of bounds play here. If we can get CC a shot in the corner here off the pass.
Arico inbounds to Wiggins, right back to Arico inside. Pass out to Jackson in the corner now. Crispin for 3. No good. Crispin's been a little cold to start here, shooting from the three-point range. Not used to seeing that a whole lot. And a foul. This will likely be against Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, you can just see how dangerous we are, whether it's CC or Jayla, Naya, Ariana, whoever it may be. We just have the potential with the outside shot. CC hits 3 of them, and all of a sudden we got a 9-point lead. And so we're really hitting the ground running offensively.
Jefferson looking to set the table for Mumford. Over to King for 3. No good. Eunice with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Pushing it quickly and backs out. Gives it up to Jayla Jackson. Jackson drives and fouled on her way up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Great take by Jayla. There, that time she's recognized there was no help side and had a look at a jumper, saw the seam in the defense, attacked the rack, and that's it's one of the best things she does is drive to the basket, and she is definitely an attacking, slashing scorer for us.
Jayla Jackson looking to get her first points of the night, shooting 2 at the line. Hits the first. Yellow Jackets have an early 10-point lead over Mumford in this first quarter, 1:38 on the clock. Jackson hits the second, goes 2 for 2 from the line. Yellow Jackets on a little 7-0 run.
Like you said, Mumford is going to have to keep pace with us, and they're kind of in a cold spell right now, and they're going to have to wake up offensively to hang with us here.
Slater's 3 was no good. Now Crispin with it for the Yellow Jackets, puts up a mid-range shot and gets it to fall. Hopefully that'll get her out of the little slump that she's been in to start this one. Jefferson will look to set it up again for Mumford. Goes inside to King. Second pass to Williams goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Mumford.
Yeah, as you referenced, we started the first minute and a half, 2 minutes, a little cold, and you wake up and, we're, a trip or two away from getting to the 20 mark in the first quarter, which, that is an amazing output for one quarter.
Jefferson inbounds, gets it to Williams. Pass to the left side, now back to Jefferson. Right side Mixon. They're trying to go inside to Slater. And they'll call a jump ball there. So this one will stay with Mumford. They'll have to inbound. Cherish Jefferson will inbound for the Mustangs. Finds a teammate, King. Puts up a shot, doesn't go. Mumford gets the rebound. It's Jefferson's floater that doesn't fall. Another offensive rebound. This one's now taken away by Wiggins. There's a fight on the floor. Arico comes up with it. Long pass to Nia Crispin. Now over to Jayla Jackson. Going down low. Fouled and one. Jayla Jackson.
Not going to see it done any better than that. The rebound, the outlet pass, diagonal underneath, the and one finish. That is beautiful basketball there. And that's when, again, I've said it so many times this year, that's when we're at our best. There's not many teams that can run with us this year.
Jackson's free throw, no good. Rebound King for Mumford. That foul was against Ina Ray Mixon, her first for Mumford. 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Mumford looking for some offensive output. Yellow Jackets lead on the scoreboard is 19-4. There's a foul on the Yellow Jackets. Goes against Jayla Jackson, so she's got 2 in this first quarter.
I really think it's hurting Mumford with Elijah Thomas getting those 2 quick fouls. She seemed to really be attacking the basket, and you can tell they're missing her assertiveness now offensively since she's been out.
Slater with it for Mumford, driving baseline, and a foul called.
Well, Coach Dean always says they want to hit in that 60s, 70s mark for offensive output, and we're definitely well on our way with a great opening first quarter so far.
That was Ariana Wiggins' second foul for the Yellow Jackets. Slater with it left side for Mumford. Now over to Jefferson. Working against Eunice. Back over to Slater. Drives, swings it out. It's Jefferson. Floater is good. Cherish Jefferson on the board for the first time and ending the Yellow Jackets' 11-0 run. Now Crispin with it in the corner. Shot is just after the horn, so that will be the end of the first quarter. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 19-6.
At the end of every first quarter, we do our shout-out of the night, and today we're going to shout out 2 alums, Katie Kerr and Pam Brzezinski. We featured them last broadcast as they were captains and members of the 1995 Women's State Championship team. They were a dynamic duo in the backcourt for 4 years at Country Day, and for all the old-time Tiger fans, they were like Alan Trammell and Lou Whitaker for Country Day basketball for 4 years. You just knew every time on the court what you were getting with those two. And as we referenced, Katie went on to play collegiately at the University of Washington. Pam went on to play at Aquinas College, and then after they graduated, they came back to help Coach O as assistants. And earlier in the season when we talked about Gerald Conaway and Jason Weber on the men's side, who won a state championship and came back to help out as assistants for Coach Keener and win a state championship, both Katie and Pam did the same thing. They came back and they were assistants on the 2004 state championship team that we'll highlight at halftime. And along with Gerald and Jason, Katie and Pam have the unique distinction of players at Country Day who won state championship as a player and then as a coach. And so Katie and Pam, Lep says hi. Thank you for everything you've done for Country Day, and I hope you and your families are doing well.
Beginning of the second quarter of action here from Shaw Gymnasium. Yellow Jackets lead the Mustangs 19-6 in this one. Arico with it for the Yellow Jackets. Lost it, ball on the floor. Picked up by Crispin. And that's a timeout called by Country Day coach Amber Dean.
Well, you see Mumford, Elijah Thomas is back in. The coach probably realizes we need her offensively at this moment in the game, but she has 2 fouls, and so it's a little bit of a gamble here early in the second quarter, but I understand it. Mumford, ever since she's been out, has really lost her identity offensively. So for Country Day, Coach Dean, we were a little out of sorts there, called a quick timeout. I'm sure she's highlighting that. If she's covering you, let's take it to the rack and maybe get her third and get her out for the remainder of the half.
Arico will inbound for the Yellow Jackets. Crispin with it to start. Bounce pass over to Blackwell left side. Back to Crispin, now going inside for Arico. Puts up a shot and gets it to fall. CC Arico back on the board.
Yeah, what a great fadeaway there. And again, CC is just feeling it right now in the zone. And so I like that we keep feeding her the ball. You've got to recognize that. That's what great teams do.
Mixon for 3, too strong. Offensive rebound by King. Put back is no good. Arico on the glass for the Yellow Jackets. Long pass to Crispin in the corner for 3. No good. Arico on the offensive glass now. Puts one up. Doesn't fall. Jefferson grabs it for Mumford. Mumford goes the other way now. Jefferson in and out. Back over to Mixon. Now Thomas with it at the top. Thomas working against Blackwell. Lost it for a second. Gets it over to Jefferson. King on the right side. Cross-court pass to Thomas, left side. Three-pointer, got it.
Well, I don't know if she called bank there, but Mumford's going to take it. You can see the difference with Thomas in the lineup. That's a critical player for them. So, I agree with their coach right now. Given the differential here, she's got to be in the game for them.
Nice pass by Sanaya Blackwell, finding CC Arico inside.
Yeah, great look by Sanaya. A little backdoor cut there for an easy layup.
Jefferson brings it up again for Mumford. Thomas with it, driving, going inside, puts up a shot, doesn't fall. Rebound tipped over to Sanaya Blackwell. Blackwell going all the way for the Yellow Jackets, puts up a shot, doesn't fall. Rebound by Mumford, and Mixon with it now. Pass inside. No good. That was King with it. King has struggled a little bit going inside for Mumford. A little bit of frustration here. Arico with it now for the Yellow Jackets. Blackwell right side. Her pass is tipped by Thomas. It's Jefferson with it for the Mustangs, going all the way, putting it up and putting it through. Jefferson with 4 points now.
Yeah, Jefferson has got a burst. I mean, she's a great ball handler there. Nice little hesitation move to the rack.
Hammoud over to Crispin. Now Arico, long three. Got it, of course. Cece Arico with 18.
You know, I've watched all year. I've seen some great games by Cece, but I've never seen a start like this. It's an amazing first half for her.
4 3-pointers for Cece Arico in this first half. Jefferson with it for Mumford. And fouled on the floor.
Yeah, with the style that CC plays, when she's got her jumper hitting, almost unguardable, because she can take you down low on the post, drive to the lane, and as we've seen already tonight on several occasions, just a great passer, just has vision at all points on the court.
That was the first foul against Sanaya Blackwell. Here's Thomas for 3. Too strong. Fighting on the glass. That one's out of bounds. Last touched by Nia Crispin. No, it's the Yellow Jackets that'll take it over. Crispin will take it up. Yellow Jackets hold a 26-11 lead. Arico on the right side. Back over to Crispin at the top for 3. No good. Arico offensive rebound. Her putback is no good. Reagan Cross with the rebound for Mumford, fresh off the bench. Jefferson driving. Lost it. Crispin takes it away for the Yellow Jackets. Long pass up to Alina Eunice. The save. Blackwell with it now. Back out to Arico. Pass over to Allie Schwartz in the corner for 3. That one's no good. And Blackwell and Jefferson were fighting for the rebound. Jefferson hits the deck. It'll be a foul against Sanaya Blackwell, her second.
Yeah, you know, tonight is just another reminder of how hard our team plays consistently and how much selfish they are. They are an amazing team to watch when they're hitting on all cylinders. They just swing the ball around the court to open looks, and if they miss it, bodies are on the ground diving, trying to get the rebound.
Mixon with it for Mumford, and her shot's just taken away by Arico. Arico moving quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Backs it out, and a whistle.
Yeah, I think they got CC on a little offensive push off there. Probably a ticky-tack foul, but would be going the other way.
That was Arico's first foul. Yellow Jackets have 3 fouls in this second quarter with 3:37 on the clock. Thomas working for Mumford. Driving down low, puts up a shot and fouled on her way up. That'll be the Yellow Jackets' 4th foul of the quarter now.
Yeah, it's obvious Thomas is the centerpiece of the Mumford offense. So, you know, even though we've got a 15-point lead, you can definitely tell the difference in the second quarter since she's been in, being able to attack, get offensive rebounds, and now a chance to hit a couple free throws.
That was Alina Eunice's first foul. Thomas hits the first of 2 free throws.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Dean decides to go back to the full court press at some point before halftime. We did it once or twice and then kind of got away from it. So it'll definitely be interesting before half, try to get a little bit of a run here to extend the lead.
And Thomas hits them both. She's got 7 points for Mumford. Jackson now for the Yellow Jackets. Working against Mixon, now over to Schwartz, back to Jackson. And a foul on the floor.
Yeah, with CC out now, you know, we'll look for Jayla to kind of assert herself offensively a little more. You know, she's done a good job when we can get the ball on the top of the three-point line, and she can attack down the middle of the defense. And it'll be interesting to see, you know, on this half-court set here if they kind of isolate her and let her go one-on-one on Thomas.
That was the second foul against Mixon for Mumford. Jackson with it, driving for the Yellow Jackets, and foul on the floor.
Yeah, that's just what we did, and I think she was, you know, trying to get that third foul on Thomas. I think it's going to be on Mixon, but that's what you like to see out of Jayla. You know, she is very hard to defend one-on-one, very difficult.
That's the third foul against Mixon. And Amber Dean will call a timeout for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, so early on, Mumford clawing back a little bit, but as you said, if that was Mixon's third and Thomas's second, those are two of their key pieces in early foul trouble, and they're going to have to do everything they can to avoid Thomas's third foul before half because, at this point with a 13-point lead, you start getting two starters out for Mumford, we can really almost make this lead out of reach before we get to the break.
Jayla Jackson inbounding for the Yellow Jackets here. Up on the scoreboard in the second quarter of action, 26-13. Wiggins for three. No good. Rebound Williams for Mumford. Now Thomas will take it up. Thomas puts up a shot. Little off. Arico with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets back in the game. Arico drives. Out to Crispin. Cross-court pass to Eunice for three. Got it.
Great shot by Alina, and again, another example how unselfish, pass the ball, swing it around, hit the open offensive player, and hit a three.
Thomas with it for Mumford, driving left side. Pass to Cross just goes out of bounds. Yellow Jackets will take over.
You said it earlier, you kind of sense a little frustration. Mumford against our man-to-man defense, and we're playing lights out defensively, and again, even though it's only 2.5 minutes, we really have an opportunity to stretch this lead to almost make it unreachable.
It's been a better quarter for Mumford offensively, but Yellow Jackets have kind of matched that. Now Eunice in the corner for three again. She got it, 2 in a row for Alina Eunice.
Yeah, another example. Our roster is filled with shooters. And you get a night where they're all feeling it, you better score 80 to beat us.
Three-pointer for Mumford, too strong. Arico with the rebound.
Great pass.
Crispin down low and putting it through.
What vision and strength by CC, and Naya with a little English there off the glass. It's just pretty basketball.
Jefferson looking to set up for Mumford. It's Williams with it now on the right side. Crispin just took the pass right away, going all the way for the Yellow Jackets, putting it through. Nia Crispin with 6 points now.
Say it time and time again, our roster is filled with almost all guards. So when someone gets a steal like that, they can just go the length of the court. And that is just so tough of a matchup for teams. And now we're going in our little trap, half-court trap.
Slater was trying to get out of it, and a travel. The trap works to perfection for the Yellow Jackets.
I was waiting for when Coach Dean was going to switch it up defensively away from our half-court man-to-man, and just a simple little trap, unrecognizable by Mumford, and caused a turnover immediately.
Crispin starts it out for the Yellow Jackets. Minute to go in this first half. Jackson on the left side. Jackson drives, puts up a shot through some contact, gets her own rebound, and fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line for two.
Strong take by Jayla, and just, it sounds like a broken record, but a lot of times when players take it to the rack and, get fouled or lose possession of the ball, they just give up on the play, and that's just not what Jayla does or any of the players on our team, and gets the second chance here to get a couple buckets.
Jackson hits her first free throw. Notable for Mumford, that's a third foul on Alasia Thomas, so she will hit the bench probably for the final 45 seconds of this first half.
Yeah, that's tough for Mumford with Mixon and Thomas with 3 fouls now. Any team with 2 starters out before half doesn't bode well for your chances of a comeback.
Jackson goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now Mumford will work offensively in the final stages of this first half. It's Jefferson with it. Now over to Slater. Lost it down low, picks it back up. She's in a tie-up with Wiggins. It'll be a jump ball, and Mumford will keep it with 25 on the clock. Jefferson will inbound for Mumford. Pass goes down low to Cross, who's immediately fouled on the shot. That's foul number 3 against Jayla Jackson for the Yellow Jackets, and Cross will go to the line for 2 for Mumford.
Yeah, not ideal, just like with Mumford's 2 starters, but the difference is we've got a 24-point lead, so I'm sure Coach Dean's going to be fine with taking Jayla out and waiting to the second half to have her back in the game.
Cross hits the first. Jackson hits the bench. Allie Schwartz coming in for the Yellow Jackets. And Cross hits them both. Yellow Jackets will have about 20 seconds. Wiggins facing some pressure from Mumford. Now up to Crispin. Yellow Jackets will slow it down. Probably want to take the final shot of this first half. Up 37-15. Arico with it now under 10 seconds. Arico swings it to Crispin for 3. No good. Rebound Slater, and no opportunity there for Mumford. That brings us to halftime. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard, 37-15.
Yeah, great half of basketball by the Yellow Jackets. Great offensive output, sharing the ball, getting hustle points, and obviously CC started the game fast. Just a great night. And this is what we're talking about, Luca, as far as ending the regular season and being trying to just get yourself mentally, physically best prepared to enter the playoffs.
We're about to be joined by Country Day head coach Amber Dean to hear her thoughts on this first half of action from the Yellow Jackets. And we are now joined by our sideline reporter Gavin Hoppy and Country Day head coach Amber Dean. Gavin, take it away.
Thanks, Luca. Coach Dean, well, nice to have you. What did you find what worked in that first half?
I think Mumford's a very scrappy team. They play really hard. They love defensive pressure, and when we're able to handle the ball, handle their pressure, cut hard, get back doors, get paint touches for kick-out threes, just settle into our offense, I think we get really good things. And then defensively, when we pack the paint and force them to maybe take outside jumpers instead of giving them lanes and giving them paint touches, then we're able to not only defend them better, but also we're in a better position to rebound. We're a little bit outsized by them. So when we do those two things on both ends, I think we're in pretty good shape.
And when using that, what adjustments are you going to make for the second half?
I think pack the paint even more. Stay out of foul trouble. We got a couple of players with 2, and even one of our starters with 3, which is not fun to play with. But just pack the paint even more. Wall up. Don't give the refs any chance to blow the whistle, and then settle even more into our offense. And hopefully we could put some more points on the board.
All right, thank you. Back to you, Luca.
Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Coach Dean. We'll be right back here for the second half of action. Don't go anywhere. This is your home for Yellow Jacket basketball. We welcome you back inside Shaw Gymnasium for this second half of action. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard over Mumford, 37-15. I'm Luka Nowinski, joined by Steve Lepkowski. And, Coach, what are we looking for from the Yellow Jackets in this second half? Obviously, we talked to head coach Amber Dean at halftime. They had a great first half. She said, they're looking potentially to go to the paint a little bit more. What are we looking for here from these Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, I think it's just one of the final opportunities to make halftime adjustments and execute them. So whatever they decide to do to focus on, you're looking at, can we put a game plan together, execute, and obviously you could almost pick anything with the lead we have.
There's Rico with an and one to start the second half for the Yellow Jackets. She's got 20 points now.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is, we're up by a significant amount of points, so it doesn't necessarily, at this point, you're not looking for an adjustment to necessarily win the game. You might just say, hey, like you said, let's focus on getting in the paint. Let's focus on, can we get more runouts and see if we can execute that. So you're not playing the scoreboard. You're just trying to execute to get ready for the playoffs.
Rico's free throw, no good. Mumford now on the offensive end. It's Williams with it on the right side. Now King with a shot, doesn't fall. Jackson rebounds it for the Yellow Jackets. Push up to Nia Crispin. Crispin hands it to Rico. Now back to Jackson. Driving and one for Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, you can't have a better start than we're having, attacking the glass, getting fouled. And so, yeah, I think Yellow Jackets are poised for a deep playoff run. And, as we said in the beginning of the broadcast, want to fine-tune, we want to stay healthy. And we accomplished those two things tonight, and on Thursday we're going to be ready to rock in March.
Jackson converts on the three-point play. That was the first foul against King for Mumford. And that'll be a foul now against Nia Crispin for the Yellow Jackets, her first.
And Thursday's going to be senior day, and we only have one senior, and we'll talk about Ariana quite a bit on Thursday. But, getting close to your final time playing on this court, so I know it's important for her and for this year at least. After tonight, we've got one more time the girls will be able to play on their home court.
Mixon with it on the right side for Mumford. Now over to Slater. Now it's Williams driving, fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, Ariana tried to get a low block there, got a little bit too much arm, and, good take to the rack there. And, I don't think Mumford, it feels like this game is a little bit out of hand, but, Mumford's going to keep doing their thing because they're preparing for the playoffs too. So, I don't see any quit in them.
Williams at the line for Mumford, converts on the first free throw. That was the third foul against Ariana Wiggins. Jayla Jackson also with 3 for the Yellow Jackets. Something to keep an eye on as this game progresses in this second half.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's been a lot of fouls. I don't think we've been in the bonus for either team, but it's been focused. It's only been like 3 or 4 players that have gotten all these fouls, which is unique. Doesn't happen too much.
Jackson pushes it up to Crispin, who saves it out of bounds, and it's taken away by Mumford. Jefferson with it. Jefferson passes over to King. Floats one up, doesn't fall. Crispin with the rebound. Crispin passes it up to Rico. She'll take it up the court for the Yellow Jackets. Drive to the basket. Back out. Jackson for 3. No good. Long rebound for Slater. She'll move quickly for Mumford. Driving all the way down, and a foul called. Quick fouls here to start the second half for both teams. That one's on Cece Rico, her second. The Yellow Jackets now with 3 team fouls. Mumford with 2. Jefferson will inbound for the Mustangs. Bounce pass, it's Williams. Her floater doesn't go. It's King fighting for the offensive rebound with Sanaya Blackwell, and Blackwell hit the floor pretty hard. She seems to be okay now.
Yeah, Sanaya's a tough player, diving for loose balls, and they had a player fall on top of her. She's going to be okay, probably stings right now, but, there's no off switch in Sanaya. She just knows how to play one way, and it's fierce, tough, aggressive, competitive, and it doesn't. There's not one loose ball you're going to find on this court that Sanaya is not diving for.
Foul or timeout called by Mumford. They'll have 3 left as well as the Yellow Jackets. Mumford will take it from the baseline. It's Mixon to inbound. Mixon looking to lob it over Nia Crispin. Gets it into Jefferson. Jefferson driving. Baseline, puts one up, no good. Wiggins with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets, facing some pressure from Jefferson. Gets away from it. Crosses center court. Gives it up to Jackson now. Pass over to Eunice, left side. Crispin. Step back. Got it. 3-pointer for Nia Crispin. Her first 3-pointer of the game. We're used to seeing her shooting a little bit better from 3-point range, but starting to get in that groove in the second half.
Yeah, she gets in a groove. We might hit 90 today. She's another just pure scorer that we have on our roster.
Jackson goes down low. She's got 10 points now for the Yellow Jackets. Long pass, it's Mixon with it. Tried to go inside to King. Ball will just roll out of bounds, and Yellow Jackets will take it over.
Yeah, this game has slowly but surely gotten away from Mumford, and it's just a testament to, on the right night, the offensive output of Country Day is just, it's hard to stay at our pace. And we get up and down. We finish our layups. We hit our threes. If we get fouled, we hit our free throws. And so when we're playing defense, there's not too many teams in the state that can beat us.
Arico going down low, fouled on her way up. That'll be Mumford's 3rd team foul of this 3rd quarter.
And we put teams in bind because you can see Mumford, they've been a man-to-man the entire night. And so usually when a team is struggling defensively, they will switch it up. But they're not going to go to a zone because they know we can shoot it. And, this is the back and forth tug and pull that we present our opponents.
That was the 2nd foul against Ariana Slater for Mumford. Arico hits the first of 2 free throws. And Arico 2 for 2 at the line, 22 points for her Yellow Jackets tonight. Country Day bringing some pressure now. It's Thomas with it for Mumford. Gets it over to King. Cross-court pass for Jefferson. Near the baseline, kicks it back out to Thomas. Thomas driving against Eunice, puts up an uncontested shot. It's too short. And Jackson and Thomas fighting for the rebound. It's Thomas with the putback. That one's no good. Tapped out to Eunice. Eunice going quickly for the Yellow Jackets. Bounce pass, Crispin lays it up. No good. Offensive rebound for Jackson, puts it up, and a foul.
Yeah, great look there by Lena, and didn't get the finish, but Jayla, again, just another example. There is no off switch on any of our players, and we're going to go after every loose ball, and here she has a chance to hit two more free throws.
That was the 2nd foul against Leanna King for Mumford. They're 1 foul away from putting the Yellow Jackets in the bonus. Jayla Jackson at the line to shoot 2 now for Country Day. No good on the first. Hits the 2nd, so Jackson goes 1 for 2. Yellow Jackets on an 8-0 run. Long pass to Williams for Mumford, and that one just goes out of bounds. Yellow Jackets will take over.
Yeah, we've gotten back into our full court press, and obviously we don't need that because we're down, but it's just another example. Coach Dean just got to fine-tune everything you may need in playoffs, which start next week, and so it's a good time to take advantage of this opportunity to work on our full court press.
Jackson was fouled on her shot. That puts the Yellow Jackets in the bonus with 4:27 on the clock in this 3rd quarter. That was a 3rd foul against Slater for Mumford. Jackson shooting 2 more, went 1 for 2 her last time. hits the first.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of practice shooting free throws in the third quarter. We still have more than half the quarter. It's a very quick 5 on Mumford. So that's, every time we attack and we get hit, we're going to have a chance here to get points with the clock not moving.
Jackson looking to convert on the second of 2 free throws. And it just bounces out. Mumford taking it up now. It's Slater driving all the way and putting it through. Slater with her first points tonight. Arico has it for the Yellow Jackets. Some nice defensive pressure from Slater. Now Jackson on the right side. Jackson cross-court pass. Arico in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Rebound for Jefferson. Long pass up to Thomas, who puts it up and puts it through. Nice job by Jefferson and by Thomas to convert.
Yeah, great look by Jefferson there. Mumford looked like us on the break there. Really well executed fast break.
Jackson has it for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it over to Arico. And Arico just lost it. Thomas with it. Pass up to Jefferson. Jefferson, floater, no good. And King with the offensive rebound and the putback. Nice job by Liana King. Mumford on a 6-0 run now. Jackson looking to set it up for the Yellow Jackets. Cross-court pass to Hamoud on the right side. And that'll be a foul. That goes against Jefferson for Mumford. That's her first foul, and that should send Maya Hamoud to the line as the Yellow Jackets are in the bonus.
Yeah, and as you get to the end of the year, what are you looking for when you have a game like this? This is giving Coach Dean an opportunity to play, her full bench. And so these are good, meaningful minutes for Maya. And, as you get to the playoffs, you never know. I mean, heaven forbid there's an injury, or more often than not, there could be a game where someone gets in foul trouble. So you're really trying to get some of the players that, aren't in the starting rotation, meaningful minutes and leading up to the playoffs. So that's great to see Maya there being active on that set, hitting 2 free throws.
Hamoud hits them both. Mumford looking to respond on the offensive end. It's Jefferson with it. Over to Thomas on the left side. Driving. Met by a host of Yellow Jacket defenders and fouled. She'll go to the line for Mumford. That one goes against Maya Hamoud. So Thomas at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it feels like we've had more fouls in the first 5 minutes than we've had the whole first half. Kind of a choppy third quarter here with all the activity with the refs and calling fouls.
Thomas can't hit the first. Second shot is good, so she goes 1 for 2 at the line and has 10 points now for Mumford. Jackson will take it up for the Yellow Jackets. Under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Bounce pass left side to Sanaya Blackwell. Blackwell working with it. Back out. Jackson, long 3-point shot. No good. Rebound for Mumford. That was Williams with it. Jefferson pass up to Thomas, who puts it through.
Yeah, it's definitely been the best quarter of basketball. Mumford probably wish they could have had that in the first half at some point. But like we said at the jump, Mumford's not going to quit. They're going to keep playing hard because they're preparing for the playoffs just like us. So I'm sure they're, wish the score was different, but have to be happy with their output here for the majority of the third quarter.
That was a 4th foul now on Alasia Thomas. Jayla Jackson at the line to shoot 2 for the Yellow Jackets. She's been at the line quite a bit in this third quarter so far.
Yeah, her style of attacking basketball, has many opportunities to get to the line, and she's doing it certainly in this third quarter as well.
Jackson hits the first free throw. Can't hit the second, goes 1 for 2 at the line. It's Mixon with it. Now over to Jefferson for Mumford. Jefferson pass down low to King. That one goes out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets take over. Mumford going to bring a press here. Blackwell will inbound to Jackson. Looking to get through the pressure from Jefferson. Goes up the full length of the court. Now backs out. Blackwell on the left side now. Blackwell fouled. And that'll send her to the line.
Yeah, Sinai, trying to get to the rack, and Mumford has really elevated their defensive pressure. And, Sinai is such a strong player. Draw a foul here and have a chance for 2 free throws.
That was a foul against Jefferson, her second. So Blackwell at the line for the Yellow Jackets, looking to get her first points of the night. First shot is no good for Sanaya Blackwell. Crispin and Wiggins check back in for the Yellow Jackets, and Jackson and Arico will check out. Blackwell can't hit the second. Mumford will take it up now. Just about 1:45 to go in this third quarter. Jefferson's shot was blocked by Allie Schwartz. Gets it back. It's Slater with it now for Mumford. Slater puts up a mid-range jumper. That one's no good. Gets her own rebound. Back on the left side, working against Hamoud. Cross-court pass to Williams. Driving baseline, and it's picked away by Ariana Wiggins. Long pass to Nia Crispin going down low and putting it through. Nice finish.
Unbelievable look by Ariana, and what a finish. Acrobatic finish there by Nia. This is great basketball.
Jefferson lays one up. It's a foul against the Yellow Jackets, which will put Mumford in the bonus now. That one goes against Maya Hamoud. She has 2 fouls. And Jefferson going to the line for Mumford. Jefferson's first free throw, no good.
Tonight it's, we've had our great moments of hitting 3-pointers, acrobatic plays, but it's kind of been a quiet 30-point lead here. We've just been methodical all night, and the girls really have played under control, within the flow of the offense, and really impressive performance so far through 3 quarters.
Jefferson goes 1 for 2 at the line. Hamoud for 3. She got it. Maya Hamoud with 5 points now for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, great stroke by Maya, and again, happy for her. She's a freshman, and this is what this game is about, trying to get everyone some meaningful minutes here as we get close to the playoffs.
Jefferson loses it for Mumford. Blackwell with it. Pass over to Crispin going down low and putting it through. Nia Crispin with 13 for the Yellow Jackets.
Just tenacious ball defense, unselfish play by the Yellow Jackets, and we're a scary team for our opponent tonight.
Jefferson with it for Mumford. 30 seconds to go in this third quarter of action. Swings it out to Mixon. Mixon with a double dribble. She lost it. And Yellow Jackets will take over with 22.7. Blackwell to inbound. Looking for Crispin. Working against Jefferson in the full court. Back over to Blackwell left side. Bounce pass to Wiggins. Wiggins driving. Back out Blackwell. Blackwell drives. Puts one up. Doesn't fall. Rebound for Allie Schwartz. 5 on the clock. And it's taken away by Cross for Mumford. Mumford will have to work quickly. Half-court shot is no good. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 61-27.
Typically at halftime, we review one of the many state championship teams in the women's program, and we didn't have an opportunity to do that at halftime, so we're going to do this here at the end of the third quarter. Tonight, we're going to highlight the 2004 Class B state championship team. It was 27-1. Assistant coaches were Katie Kerr and Pam Brzezinski, who we highlighted at the end of the first quarter. And this is one of the more dominant teams in the history of Country Day, and certainly of the 13 state championships that Coach O won in his time here at Country Day. Specifically, this team completed the second three-peat state championship run in program history. So they were a veteran group that had been through many battles over their 4 years in the program. The senior group would go on to become one of the most successful classes in the history of Country Day basketball. They finished the regular season with a 19-1 record, and their only blemish came against Saginaw Arthur Hill, 52-48. And aside from that loss, throughout the season, including the playoffs, truly dominant from start to finish. But as they got into the playoffs, they hit their stride and really didn't have a close game leading up to the state championship game. In the semis, we beat Lansing Catholic Central 55-33, setting up a matchup with St. Clair, who was also 26-1, just like the Yellow Jackets entering that state championship game. So the quest for this three-peat had our team, as they say, the Jackets were buzzing from the opening tip. We opened the game with a 12-0 run to start the game. At half, we were up 24-15, and the game never got closer than that. Specifically in this game, we really dominated inside the paint. Our post players scored 24 points in the paint as opposed to only giving up 6 to St. Clair. And ultimately, Country Day won 49-24, capturing Country Day's 8th women's state championship team. And the thing that stuck out most was, again, saying it, is that they were truly dominant all year. And in the playoffs, that never showed more than throughout the playoffs overall, Country Day outscored our playoff opponents 413 to 177. That comes to an average margin of victory of 59-25 throughout the playoffs. And as we said, this was a special group of seniors. They went to 4 consecutive championship games, winning the last 3, and as a class ended up with an overall record of 97 wins, 11 losses while at Country Day. So, with that, the roster had so many dynamic players. And to highlight a couple, Carrie Lambier, in that championship game, she had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. She was a captain, all-state player, went on to play basketball at Syracuse University, and you might recognize the last name, daughter of Bill Lambier of the Bad Boys, and Carrie just was a fantastic player. Another post player, her kind of running mate was Kristen Morris. She had 3 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. She was also senior captain, all-state player. She ended up going to LSU. She was a Nike All-American out of high school, finalist for Miss Basketball. And at LSU, she was a member of 4 Final Four teams, 2-time academic All-SEC. And after her playing days were done at LSU, she went overseas to play professionally and spent time as a collegiate coach. Tierra De La Houssaye, she had a monster game in that state championship game, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. She was another captain, all-state player, went on to play at Western Michigan University, was an All-MAC player. She was a All-MAC Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time academic All-MAC. She ended her career being 13th all-time scoring at Western, 2nd in assists and 2nd in steals. Tierra truly had a fantastic career at Western Michigan. And then you had Letitia Luckett. She had 9 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Another captain, all-state player. She went to Tierra's rival, Central Michigan. Letitia, in her junior, senior years at Central, she was captain of that team, led the team in rebounding and steals as a junior at Central, and currently she's assistant coach at Bradley University. And then finally, you had Adrena Walker-Price. She had 5 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. She ended up going to NYU and play as a senior. Adriana was an all-state player. So just what a dominant team. One of the, in all of the 13 state championship teams at Country Day that Coach O coached, this one is near the top of a true dominant team, again, going 4 state championships in a row, winning the last 3. So that's your 2004 Class B state championship team, 27-1.
Thank you so much for that history lesson on another state championship team from this women's basketball program.
Yeah, it never gets old, Luca. They got 13 of them, and they were all just fantastic teams. And, and with that, there were 5 or 6 that made the state championship. Unfortunately, lost. But, I mean, any school, you make it a state championship game, you're at the pinnacle of your sport. And, during Coach O's time, to have so many teams make it to that final game, it's truly amazing. It's probably something that will never be matched by any program in the state of Michigan.
In this one, Country Day up on the scoreboard, 62-32, 6:37 to go in this fourth quarter of action. It's been a little bit of a slow start to this fourth quarter from the Yellow Jackets. Mumford's been able to get going a little bit offensively here. Notably for the Yellow Jackets, Jayla Jackson with 4 fouls, as well as Ariana Wiggins. Alasia Thomas has 4 for Mumford, and several players with 3.
You can get, we're up 30, but I'm sure Coach Dean is talking to her players, especially Jayla. She's in the game with 4 fouls. This is a great opportunity. Can you play with 4 fouls? And can you adjust your defense to still play great defense, but maybe not take so many chances? So there's always opportunities here where this game seems out of hand that we can get some value in it.
Jackson with it down low for the Yellow Jackets. Her layup's no good. Slater now for Mumford and fouled. This one goes against Alina Eunice, her second.
Well, Luca, as with the girls, you're winding down with your career here broadcasting. You got one more game left, and at halftime, I can't thank the athletic department enough and recognizing Luca for all he's done. But how is it for you here as you're winding down your high school career as being a broadcaster?
It's kind of crazy just how far this has been able to come, and starting just sitting in the corner of the gym here and playing around with things, and now being able to do this and having you alongside me has just been amazing as well. So like you said, can't thank Mr. Luft or Mr. Cooper from the athletic department enough, and also for recognizing you for all of your hard work that you've done with these broadcasts, football and basketball, all year long. Yeah,
I do a pretty good job of just sitting here following your lead, Luca. You're really the guy behind all this, and I just appreciate for someone your age, I'm sure way back when this just started as an idea, what if, can we, how would it look like, what could we do, and then you get an opportunity and you just cut loose with it. And it's just been an amazing thing to watch, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of it. And then, with your podcast, what you've started, I referenced this in our last football game. I don't think you can really appreciate what you've done. I think when you come back here visiting from college, wherever you decide to go, you're probably going to sit back and say, wow, this is pretty cool what we started. And there are future generations of students being able to kind of follow your lead with sports media.
And that's really what's so unique about this school is just the opportunity to kind of create something. And, the fact that I was able to even get to this point as a high school student has just been incredible. And I can't thank the athletic department and the administration enough. It's really just been an incredible journey for me to kind of live out this passion that I've kind of found for myself a little bit here. And I'll have a little bit more to say at the end of our broadcast on Thursday for senior night, but it's really just been an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, it's the one thing, we've talked with Ashton Akins, he's an alum in our admissions department, obviously Coach Dean and Coach Noble. It's the one thing that's great about Country Day, and I've kind of been blessed to be on a lot of different ends of it as a student, parent, coach, teacher, a lot of different angles. It can be a tough place, and I know you've probably been through your moments where it's difficult. You're going to be pressed academically, emotionally, physically, with all the requirements here. But the flip side of that is this is a perfect example. If you have an idea, you're going to get support, and they're say, yeah, let's do it. And so that's just been this is just another example of the opportunities that many students, if you can come up with a good idea and have some work ethic, you're going to get support from the school.
The other thing that's just been so great about it is the opportunity to kind of share all these athletic events with Country Day fans and alums and parents from all over, and to be able to kind of share all these experiences with everyone that's tuned in over the last year or so has just been incredible.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I know that there are alums out there, and whether they're listening to it live or maybe they have to go back and listen, you're helping them relive the memories they had. It's just being on campus, and even if they didn't play football or basketball, the memories of coming to games, seeing the school, Shaw Gymnasium. I mean, this looks the same as it did 30 years ago. Shaw Field, maybe 30 years ago we had grass as opposed to turf, but everything else, including the scoreboard, the tree, like even when you see the trees, it just brings back memory. I know this. I've talked to alums. So, Luca, it has been a great thing you've done. And like I said, you'll be on the flip side of here not too long from now, maybe tuning in when you're on college campus.
There's Crispin with a 3, and I think what I'm most excited for, obviously, it's a little bittersweet being my last week broadcasting here, but to hopefully see this program continue to grow beyond what I've been able to do. I mean, that's really what I'd be so happy to see. Having a little bit of technical difficulties here. Jayla Jackson converts on a layup, and an and one opportunity, I believe, here.
Yeah, we've done a great job. Mumford's had some runs here in the